ஏய் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிடுச்சுடா.
இந்த லிங்க் இருந்தால் எனக்கு அனுப்புனாங்க.
டேய் டேய் மைக்ரோஃபோன் இது ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகும். ஸோ யாரும் பேசாமல்
ஆஃப் பண்ணிடுவாங்க.
ஆஃப் பண்ணால் அந்த ஆடியோவும் கேட்காது. அந்த ஆடியோவும் கேட்காது.
இப்போதைக்கு ஆஃப் பண்ணிடுறேன். நீ ரொம்ப ரொம்ப
Put your phones on silent mode. All of you take your places.
அவ்வளோதான் ஒரு ஒன் டேக்குள்ள நிறைய வியூவர்ஸ் வராங்க.
Maxi.
Landscape. You take in landscape da. சில இதெல்லாம் போர்ட்ரேட் எடுத்துறதா இருக்கு. அது பார்த்தோம்.
I request everybody to please rise up. Please be seated.
யாரா பேசுவாங்க மெயினாக என்ன பேசுவாங்க மட்டும் எடுத்துட்டு உட்காந்துருக்காங்க. அவங்க எல்லா டெஸ்ட்டும் உட்காந்து அவங்க சேஃப்லாம் வந்து பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்துகிட்டு உட்காந்து இங்கேருந்து ஃபோட்டோ மட்டும் அவங்க உட்காரும்போது மட்டும் ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்து
A very good morning to our distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, and bright participants. We gather today to celebrate a crucial idea that sustainability isn't just about preserving our world, but about actively creating a future where innovation and responsibility work as one. I'm Prabha, accompanied by Lakshita and Kate Janita, and we'll be your host and MC for tonight.
It is our pleasure to formally welcome everyone to ABHIGYAN 25, the Sustainable Synergy, a national level technical symposium. So, I proudly represent the Electrum Club of the department, ECE, SRM, ISP, Vadapalni. We are thrilled to welcome the heads of all departments, respected faculty, students, and of course, the enthusiastic participants from various institutions. Your presence makes this event a true success.
This event is a result of an immense effort, and we extend a special thanks to all the coordinators and volunteers of ABHIGYAN 2025 who have worked tirelessly to bring our vision to life. To set the tone for an exciting day, we invite you to experience the energy and spirit of the symposium. Let's watch the official promo of ABHIGYAN 2025.
What a fantastic preview of the day ahead. I now request all the dignitaries to please join us on the dais. Let us begin this gathering by invoking the blessings of our mother tongue Tamil. We will now rise for the Tamil Thai Valthu, a tribute to our rich culture and heritage. I request everyone to rise up for the invocation.
சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் எக்கணமும் மதிசிறந்த திராவிடன திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறையுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பி அந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
The lighting of a lamp is a tradition that symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and ushering in of knowledge, wisdom, and new beginning. We request our esteemed dignitaries to light the ceremonial lamp and officially inaugurate ABHIGYAN 2025.
Thank you, dignitaries, for illuminating our path forward. A truly great leader inspires, empowers, and guides others to reach their full potential. This is a quality we deeply admire in a person who has tirelessly championed our department's growth. We are honored to invite Dr. A. Shirley Hedward, the dynamic head of the Department of ECE, to deliver the welcome address. Her leadership has not only elevated our department but also inspired the countless individuals to strive for excellence. Ma'am, the stage is yours.
So, respected dignitaries on the dais, HODs, research coordinator, faculty members, and my dear students and participants. A very good morning to one and all present here. So today it's a great honor and privilege for me to welcome you all on behalf of the Department of ECE and as part of our Electrum ECE Association. And for the 14th edition of our ABHIGYAN National Level Technical Symposium, a flagship event of our ECE department. Actually, our Electrum Association was formulated in the year 2010. So since its inception, we were organizing regularly all workshops, guest lectures, and symposium as an annual event year after year. This ABHIGYAN is very special because it is fully taken over by the students. It is the most awaited event by the student because every time the students, it is by the students and for the students, and it will be mentored by our faculty members. And as such, ABHIGYAN, its meaning is supreme knowledge. So they, by participating, by organizing, they will develop their knowledge unknowingly. And as part of this ABHIGYAN, we organize some technical and non-technical events. And every year, students will come up with an innovative theme. Every time they come up with innovative theme and do it. So like that, last year they had the theme as with flexible electronics. They had the tagline as bendable innovation. And this year they had come up with a tagline as sustainable synergy, aspiring to combine technology with the responsibility for sustainable future. So with that, in that line, they had done all the decorations, and they had also done models which they had placed in the atrium. All events are also in line with that tagline. And so with this, it is my great pleasure to invite our visionaries, Dr. Ravi Pachamuthu, our Pro-Chancellor Admin, and Director Institutional Development, Ms. Harini Ravi. So though they could not be present here, their unwavering support and best wishes are always there for all our department activities. So it's my privilege now to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Mr. K. Vishwanathan, Director Workforce Development, India Electronics and Semiconductor Association, to this event. Thank you, sir, for being present here. We welcome you on behalf of our department. And with immense pleasure, I welcome Mr. Karthikeyan Ramu, who is a design manager from Electronica. Welcome, sir. Thank you for being present here. And also, I would like to welcome Mr. Kandavel, Head Business Development from Electronica. Thank you, sir, for being present here. I hope our students will get benefited from your presence today. Actually, our guest of honor who has to come, Mr. Sunil Hasija, he is slightly unwell, so his representatives has come here to share their technical expertise with our students. So now I would like to warmly welcome our Dean Sir, who is always a pillar of support for our department activities. Welcome, sir. And I would like to welcome our constant source of inspiration, motivation, our VP Madam, for welcome now. And I would like to welcome our research coordinator, HODs of other departments, faculty members to this event. A hearty welcome to each one of you. And my warm welcome to all the participants from other institutions. And I also would like to welcome the media team who is extending their coverage for this event. Last but not the least, my hearty wishes and appreciations goes to the student team of ABHIGYAN and also the faculty coordinators team for their relentless effort in making this event a great success. Hats off to each one of them. So I would like to thank our maintenance team today for their great support for making this event possible. So I hope this ABHIGYAN 2025 will be an inspiring and memorable experience. Thank you and a warm welcome to each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for that heartfelt and welcoming and encouraging welcome. It is my distinct honor to invite the person who has been the pillar of support and a guiding force for this particular event. Dr. Preeti Rishi, our esteemed faculty coordinator and associate professor in ECE department. Her vision and dedication has been instrumental in shaping ABHIGYAN 2025, and we are looking forward to hearing her report on the journey of this symposium so far.
Good morning to everyone present. It is my greatest honor to present the report of ABHIGYAN 2025, the 14th edition of our prestigious national level technical symposium being organized today by the Electrum Club at the SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Vadapalli campus. This year's symposium is centered around the inspiring theme, Sustainable Synergy, reflecting our commitment to innovation, responsibility, and collaboration in creating technologies that contribute to a greener and more sustainable future. So ABHIGYAN 2025 is witnessing enthusiastic participation from students across leading institutions in the region who are showcasing research papers, innovative projects, and creative ideas in the field of electronics, communication, and allied domains. I would like to say a few words regarding the legacy of this event ABHIGYAN. Over the years, ABHIGYAN has grown from a modest departmental initiative into a landmark national level symposium. Each edition has added new dimensions from paper presentations and hackathons to cultural expressions and startup pitches, making it not just a technical event, but a celebration of innovation, creativity, and collaboration. What makes ABHIGYAN truly special is its continuity and consistency. For more than a decade, it has inspired thousands of students, fostered industry academia collaborations, and provided a platform where young engineers learn, share, and grow together. Today, it stands as a legacy of persistence, vision, and teamwork, proving how student-driven initiative guided by committed faculty can create lasting impact year after year. As a part of ABHIGYAN 2025, the department also organized a pre-symposium workshop titled Hands-on Workshop on Embedded Systems and IoT on 2nd September 2025. So, as a part of ABHIGYAN, as the previous speaker, our HOD ma'am has pointed out, many technical and non-technical events we will be hosting today. The symposium features a vibrant spectrum of technical and non-technical events. Participants are presenting impactful research projects and abstracts on themes such as sustainable synergy, smart agriculture, AI-driven urban development and climate action, green technologies, circular economy, and future innovations. Symposium features a vibrant spectrum of technical events like paper presentation, poster pulse, Vision X Ideathon, scrap battle, and we also have many non-technical events lined up for today. These contributions showcase the ingenuity, responsibility, and vision of the next generation of engineers. The realization of ABHIGYAN 25 is made possible by the tireless efforts of our faculty coordinators, student volunteers, organizing team. I sincerely acknowledge the constant support of our management, our dean, vice principal, head of the department, faculty members, and our industry collaborators whose encouragement has been instrumental in shaping this symposium. ABHIGYAN 25 is not just a symposium, but a celebration of knowledge, creativity, and sustainable innovation. It provides a meaningful platform for young minds to push boundaries, exchange ideas, and collaborate towards building a brighter tomorrow. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend a warm welcome to all participants and guests, and I wish this symposium a great success. Thank you.
for this kind and motivating words. We are now privileged to hear from a leader whose wisdom and guidance have been pivotal in shaping our academic environment. She has consistently fostered a culture of innovation and excellence, empowering every student to achieve their aspirations. Please join me in welcoming Dr. C. Gomati, the Vice Principal of Academics and Placements, to share her insights with us. Please, ma'am.
Good morning to all the enthusiastic students, faculties, dignitaries on stage, dean, HOD, faculty, and all the other supporting people, volunteers, and the team behind ABHIGYAN. So, as being rightly said, this is being conducted by the Electronics Association, that is Electrum, and started in the year 2010 as told by the HOD. Year on year, right from 2011, without not even leaving an. This has been continuously being done, and I understand this is the 14th edition of the national level symposium. And though the symposium has been said like it started with the normal technical events and other non-technical gaming events and so on, the previous few years it has been conducted with a theme. So this year they have come up with a theme like sustainable synergy. So what are all the, how we can actually keep our thing as we are going in line with our SDG goals which are set by the United Nations. So with that theme, they have actually set up and beautifully lit the auditorium as well the other decorations and other things are made by the students. And the beauty of all these symposium which has been happening in this campus the last 4 days or so is that it is all done by the students and for the students, for the benefit of the students, and where the students would be participating. And we are also getting a chance to listen from the experts who are actually into the field, the said field. So now we have with us the experts on the semiconductor field, and we have to listen from them what are the advancements which are happening in the field of electronics. And as we all know that in semiconductors, there are so much of researches and recent advancements which are happening, and the whole world is looking towards what all the new things which are happening in the semiconductor field. And India is also going in line with that, and government also has set up the semiconductor missions, and many of the MNCs, they are actually finding place in India, in the metro cities and so on and so forth. So there are plenty of opportunities which are available for students, and it is for you to grab the opportunity and shine in your career. Just to mention few advancements which are happening in the field of semiconductors, we find that earlier people were talking about nanometer technology, where it was around 10 nanometer and so on. Now that the world has gone towards 2 nanometer, and the prime semiconductor stalwarts, they are going into 2 nanometer technology, and days are not so far where we will be landing into the 2 nanometer chip technology also. So the prime companies like TSMC, run by Taiwan, and Samsung and all other people, they are moving towards the 2 nanometer technology. And yet another thing is earlier we used to talk only about the monolithic chips, where the chips are all made of a single stone or something. Now they are actually going into chiplet technology, which is called as a multiple chip technology. And also, how are we going to stack it? For that also, vertical level of stacking, all those things are being taken up as researchers, and they are also going into advancements in the material. Only silicon was thought of in the earlier thing. Now that GaN, gallium nitride, silicon carbide, likewise, the new materials are also coming into arena as well. Now the whole world is talking about the artificial intelligence. So electronics is no exception, and the people are also venturing into certain projects where we will be going with the design aspects, semiconductor design using AI. So much of a scope is available as far as this particular field is concerned. And let me not just end up here. Let us also listen to the dignitaries, what they have got in store. And once again, I join the team in welcoming all the participants, volunteers, faculties, and all the other heads of the departments to this symposium, and wishing the symposium a very, very grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of encouragement and for inspiring our students. Our next speaker is a true mentor and a driving force behind our academic community. His steadfast determination and commitment to fostering a collaborative environment has been key to our success. We are honored to welcome Dr. C.V. Jayakumar, Dean FET, SRMIST, Vadapalani campus, to address the gathering.
Good morning. Good morning. So let me join the team in extending a hearty welcome to the guests who have taken time off this busy schedule and be present amidst us to address these budding engineers on the growing field of electronics. I would also like to place on record my sincere appreciation for the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering for organizing the ABHIGYAN with sustenance for the past 14 years. And we are talking about the sustainability and SDGs and all that stuff. Take one sustainable development goal and work on it. Or take 2, 3, combine together and work on it for the betterment of the humankind and the world as such. I would also like to inform the students of my campus, more especially, and the students from other campuses, that SRMIST Vadapalani is one of the few selected institutions by the CHIPS to Startup to support the semiconductor development. So, CHIPS to Startup organization, as the government of India has given us about, the softwares worth rupees about 70 lakhs plus, which is for training the students and preparing the next generation students to face the requirements or the technological development in the field of semiconductor technology, VLSI. I could recall my student days wherein I have never seen a computer. Right? When I was a student, the computer was hidden in a room of this in a stature, and as a student, we can't even access to this computer, even to see. What do we need to do is we need to write a program in a piece of paper in the required format in the so-called Fortran language with all the comments, how we type in like kind. And that has to be handed over to the technical lab assistant, and he will take it and then he will plug it into the system through the punch cards. You would not have seen punch cards. Heard about it? No. So that will be fed to the computer, and at the end of a day or two, depending on the speed, the capability of the computer, we'll get the output. And we need to correct the output, check whether it is correct or whether the output is right. If not, then again we need to write a program, modify that, give it to him. He has to do that on a punch card, plug it in. Now, where do we have the computer? Where's the computer? In my laboratory? Then? I have not seen a computer. Give me a response. The house. Huh? House. Every week. How many of you have a computer on your own, of your own? That's all. Come on. Everyone is supposed to have a computer of your own, with you, moving around with you wherever you go, even to the lavatory. What is that? This. Is this a computer? No. This is modified or a small version of a computer? Okay. So that is the development. Yes. Computer of this size, room size, which many people have not seen. Now you have it on your palm. Or half the palm. Right? Or double the palm. Whatever it is, right? So the technological development, more especially the communication devices or the computing devices or the spare parts, it's been reduced. Large scale integration, very large scale integration. Transistors எல்லாம் இருந்தது இப்ப இருக்கான்னு தெரியாது. Right? So that is development, and the whole world is moving towards the semiconductor technology. Without it, you cannot live. That is the status. So, humble request to my student friends of any college is that you have a fundamental grip of whatever you learn. Whatever you learn, be it your electronics or artificial intelligence or machine learning, deep learning. I'm going to deep learning, don't get arrears and then keep deep learning into that. No. Right? Kirumba says, I fail அப்படின்னு கேட்டா தமிழ் ஓகே தானே? ஏன்னா ஃபெயில் ஆயிட்டோம்னா சார் I'm deeply learning அப்படிங்கிறோம். கேட்டா that's a recent technology development சார். நமக்கே சொல்லுங்க. So I don't want that deep learning. Understand? So who is the intelligent person in this group? Or whomsoever you have come across so far? Hey, come on. Me, myself, my idiotic bad dad. ஏதாவது ஒரு பதில் வரட்டும். Who is the intelligent person you have come across? நான் தான் அங்க ஒரு பேர் சொல்றேன். எவ்வளவு பெரிய பொய் பாரு. இந்த எம்சி ஒரு போயிடுச்சு பிரபா. ஒரு வெட்டுவாரு குத்துவாரு நல்லவர் வல்லவர் எல்லாம் பொய். Artificial ChatGPT is an intelligent person who come across, right? Is that so? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Then you mean to say that we agree that we are not intelligent? Tell me. Where do you get the ChatGPT from? Who created that? God, Almighty? Mary? Huh? Mariamma? No. It's only you, right? It's only human. So how much ever you have the AI or the developments in artificial intelligence or ChatGPT or Copilot, whatsoever you call it, it is only the human intelligence which gives them. So keep one thing in mind, that the human intelligence could never be removed, erased. If we are not intelligent, the products which you are going to use or which you are going to develop is not going to be of much use. And sometime back, there was a speaker who said, you can become a master of AI or a slave of AI. If the choice is yours. So don't become a slave to AI. Of course, there are two more words. Okay. There are advertisements in various social media that don't waste your 99% of time to make a presentation. Use our ChatGPT AI. Don't do that. Waste your time, nothing wrong. When you do it physically on your own, you will slip. But at the same time, you can also use your ingenuity or creativity. But whereas if you give it to a machine, it gives it in a better way. But what is it? Credibility you can claim from that. Everybody, I can prepare material today to talk about you, give some inputs to the OpenAI or ChatGPT, whatsoever it is. I can get a wonderful printout for running to pages, and I can read it very seriously with the blah 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 and all. But that's of no use, because you can use it wisely. And again, have a grip of what you learn. Ultimately, when you go to the placement, it is not the degree which or the grades you score in mathematics. It may be for a particular stage, filtering stage. Not that I don't say that you do not have an academics. No, you need to. But that's not going to get you whatever you want. It is only the skills that you are equipping yourself that's going to take you to places or different heights. ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ 4 ವರ್ಷ ಬೆಂಚ್ ತೇಚೆ ಒಂದು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ವಾಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನೋ ಯೂಸ್. Tomorrow will please ensure that you are not outdated and outthrown from the competitive, more especially cutthroat competitive world. I'm not threatening, I'm just sharing the reality. Right? So, facilities are here, make use of it, and platforms are here, utilize it properly and try to grow up in your career to whatever heights you want. Right? Until and unless you have the conviction that I need to come up, nobody can help you out. So with this, I wish the symposium all the very best and wish each and every one of you wonderful success in your career. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating and insightful address. We now have the honor of felicitating our distinguished guest. I request our Dean, sir, to present an advocate to our chief guest, Mr. K.G. Vishwanathan, and I request our VP ma'am to honor the guest with memento.
Yutika, Alfonso Moncho.
I request our HOD ma'am to present an advocate to our guest of honors, Mr. Karthikeyan Ramu and Mr. Kandavel from Electronica. And I request Preeti ma'am to honor the guest with memento.
Thank you, dignitaries. To mark this special occasion, we now invite our chief guest to release the official souvenir of ABHIGYAN 2025.
Sidik. Sidik. நிற்கண்டா கொடுக்குறாங்கடா கூப்பிட்டு
And now to introduce our chief guest, Mr. KG Vishwanathan, I would like to call upon Anand SSWini from 3rd year ECE onto the dais.
We are honored to welcome Mr. KG Vishwanathan, a distinguished professional with over 3 decades of experience in education, workforce development, and industry academia collaboration. He is currently the Director, Workforce Development at the India Electronics and Semiconductor Association. When he leads initiatives to build a strong and future-ready talent pool for the electronics and semiconductor industry, his contributions are helping India move closer to its vision of becoming a global hub for semiconductor design and manufacturing. Earlier, Mr. Vishwanathan served as a Director, Academic Partnership at HCL Technologies, where he played a key role in establishing impactful collaboration between academia and technology industry. His work focused on creating sustainable pipelines of skilled talent by aligning educational programs with the evolving needs of cutting-edge industries such as electronics, IT, and semiconductors. With expertise in strategic partnerships, sales leadership, and for workforce development, he has consistently driven initiatives that bridge the gap between classroom learning and real-world applications. His vision and leadership continue to inspire young professionals to embrace innovation and make meaningful contributions to the innovation's technology-driven growth story. Please join me in warmly welcoming our distinguished chief guest, Mr. KG Vishwanathan. We welcome you, sir.
Good morning. Breakfast familiar? Little more? Okay, good. So, is okay, la? 30 years and more of a vocational education for last 27 years. What is meant by vocational education? What you are doing is an academic education, right? What is a vocational education? That's so called as skilling today, right? Today we call it as what? Skilling. Why skilling is important? Dean sir என்ன சொன்னாரு? AI யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், ஆனா எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? கொஞ்சம் ஸ்மார்ட் ஆகிறதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணலாமே தவிர எல்லாத்துக்குமே AI யூஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. Correct? So what is skilling? Formal education will give you interview. Skilling will give you effort of passing through the interview. Right? So why do you do additional certification? Right? Those are the days. If sir சொன்ன மாதிரி என்னுடைய period அப்படினு சொன்னேன்னா என்ன ஆகும்னா we need to do a lot of certifications. Right? But today academies like SRM, institutes like SRM are taking additional initiative of giving the skilling in your 4-year education itself. Can we appreciate that efforts? Can we appreciate that efforts? Right? So you are not doing formal education, you are also doing skilling here. You are going to be day zero ready when you go for an interview, when you go for a job. You will be employable. There is a difference between a degree and employability. ஒரு சின்ன ஓட் எடுத்து பார்க்கலாமா? How many of you want to go for a job? How many of you want to go for their own business? Job? Little more high. So how many of you are in final year now? Final year. Last benches. Good. No other final years, huh? Only 4 people. Right? See why I said final years, other people have at least another 1 year to skill themselves. Final years are having probably another 3-4 months or 6-7 months maximum.
right? So I just wanted to reiterate two things. One is skill is more important to get your interview pass, right? I'll tell you what is my achievement in this 30 years. I've given 6,000 appointment letters for a first job in my 27 years of career. That was my goal. I wanted to reach 10,000. Whichever company I go, whichever organization I go only for skilling. I go only in that education vertical. Last 27 years I am doing only in education, right? And the highest achievement was Tamil Nadu Apex Skill Development. I was working there. Almost around 2,500 appointment letters in 3 years we have given. It's not that individual achievement, it is a team effort. But my happiness is I have distributed that appointment letters as a first job. From there they will learn and fly, right? Because I entered 24 interviews in 94 to get first job. That time I decided whenever I get an opportunity, I'll give one more appointment letter to a fresher, right? So let God bless me for achieving my 10,000 numbers of appointment letters, giving the new job to the people. Once they are experienced, they will take care of themselves, right? So always be, Dean sir sonna madri, be in the market. What is your current requirement? Understand that. Drive your skill. How many of you have a LinkedIn account here? Superb, fantastic. How many of you have 100 plus connect in that? Okay, good. 500 plus, anybody? Good. See, I'll tell you how LinkedIn can help you, right? I have around 8,040 connects. Can somebody achieve it? I know a lot of people are there, 10K, 25K and all. But I have just reached 8,000. Right? See, your LinkedIn connect can definitely help you in a professional environment. Please connect with your, starting from your professors, then to their connects, and then to the corporates. Right? How it can help you? To get your internship. Correct? If you send a request to 10 companies requesting for internship, don't you think you will get one approved? Right? You need some industry expertise before you go into the industry. And you can get only through internship. Right? So focus on your skilling. Education, definitely you will complete it. Exam வந்தப்போ படிச்சு முடிச்சிருவீங்கல்ல? கரெக்ட்டா? எத்தனை பேர் அந்த கடைசி ஒரு வாரத்துல படிக்கிறீங்க? நானா கடைசி நாள் தான். Correct? So that will happen default because of the efforts of the teachers. They give you so much of notes and everything, right? So you will pass, not a problem. But when you get into skilling, you really need to know what you are doing. That is what is expected today in the market, right? Get into more of a skilling, get into certification, ensure you update all your certification in your LinkedIn profile, get into internships and share your story of internship experience. All this give you an additional point, right? Today you have a tool just to throw all the resumes out and pick up only 10 out of 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, right? Where you will stand out is only on your skilling, personal experience in that skill. When you go for a personal interview, the way that you explain them, what is your involvement on this, even in this Abhigyan, what is the involvement individually people had, that is an experience, learning. How AA performs very well, 24/7, AA learns, correct? Anybody who learns and understands, they can perform. Right? Thank you so much for the opportunity. I don't want to take much of your time, but I wanted to reiterate, focus on your skilling, get your first job when you are in campus. If you want a job is your future. If you want a business your future, do the startup when you are in campus. Anything you have to start up, start before you go out of this academic institution. Whether you are a startup, you are a business or in a job, you have to start here. Right? All the best for you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful words. We will truly upskill ourselves for the benefit of our future. And now, to introduce the guest of honor, Mr. Karthikeyan Ramu, I would like to call upon Ms. Shamita onto the dais.
We are delighted to welcome Mr. Karthikeyan Ramu, an accomplished design manager in the electronics industry with more than 17 years of experience in robotics, automation, autonomous system and electronic design. He is currently serving as design manager at Electronica Sales Private Limited, Chennai. He plays a crucial role in technical enablement, design support, cost optimization and customer engagement programs, helping to accelerate innovation for multiple industries. Previously, he has spearheaded cutting-edge projects such as Level 4 and 5 autonomous vehicle system for global clients, LiDAR-based 3D mapping technology for advanced application in the US, humanoid service robots, industrial cleaning robots, and automation solution for companies like TVS, KFC, Saint Gobain, and TI Cycles, and robotics and defense-related projects, including unmanned ground vehicles and robotic arm for DRDO and the Indian Army. As the founder of Automator Robotics and Technology Solutions, he nurtured innovative automation projects that were later acquired by GRMC Technology, where he went on to lead a 16 members multidisciplinary team. His leadership style blends visionary thinking, hands-on technical expertise, and strong project delivery skills. An alumnus of Anna University, Mr. Karthikeyan is also passionate about knowledge sharing and mentoring young engineers and tech days to inspire level. Mr. Karthikeyan Ramu proves that undoubtedly an inspiration. Sir, I humbly welcome you to address the gathering.
Yeah, good morning to all. I could see a lot of young engineers. Okay, happy to see you all. Okay, so I'll start with small question. So how many of you want to become an electronics engineer, core electronics engineer, or from software? Just to understand. So we are background from electronics. So just want to see how many of you want to be an electronics engineer. Okay, quite good number. Okay, excellent. See, as electronics, it's electronics art actually. Basically, I'm from electronics background for last 18 plus years. So we are the distributor, electronic component distributor plus distribution of design to almost all Indian OEMs. You can take any EV companies like Ola, Ether, even any two-wheeler, automotive, as well as industrial automation products. So we are the solution provider for them actually. So as a electronics engineer, I want to just share you a few things. So if you take an electronics order, so you just start with small projects actually. Just dirt your hand on small electronics gadgets design. Okay. So electronics is a simple concept. You can just segregate into 3 verticals. If you take any hardware, any electronic small PCB hardware, there are 3 steps. Okay. One is the input unit. I think you basically are aware of the basic electronic fundamentals. Input, and there's a processing unit and output unit. So just segregate into 3 units and you just start working with the block diagram. What is the input? So maybe a sensor is the input, and there's a communication or voltage current is the input units, and processing. You may look at processor or microcontroller that you need to define, and output will be maybe a relay, motor, or some other displays. So this is a basic concept of electronics. You just start with electronics gadget design. So that will be give more impact on the hands-on experience. So I'm an interview, so I used to take a lot of interviews for the freshers, electronics freshers. So there are a lot of basically basic electronics basically. So just start with the electronics basic concept and build your own projects first of all. So we used to take the interview through the projects only, so not on the academic basically. Okay. So electronics basically, the beauty of electronics is a puzzle basically. So connect all the components together, definitely will get some output, right? But the out of the electronics, so using minimal components, maximum output with low cost. That's the ideal thing. So that's the ideal design of electronics. Okay. So what we have, Electronica, our value-added service is to design a minimum components with maximum output. So either way you get a low cost and low power and optimum design. So we'll have a small presentation on the service, what we have offered, what is Electronica's background. So we'll just go through some presentation. So we'll have one-to-one discussion also. Okay, Mr. Tandoori will take you through the complete presentation. So we'll discuss more. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable insights with the future innovators. Now I request Mr. Kandavale, Head of Business Development, Electronica Sales Private Limited, to address the gathering today.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Happy to meet you all this morning. So, Kandavale from Chennai. So basically, like, it's good event. So many bright engineers early in the morning. Happy to see you all. So this event, what I thought was, I'll be giving you more briefing of what is Electronica more about. So what my company we are doing here. You met our design manager also, Mr. Clarky, who presented just before me. So today I will take you through what's Electronica, and I'll also cover the different insights of what is that you as engineers can do better on electronics for the world which we are all living in, and which will fetch you more jobs, or what AI can't do, what you can do, those kind of stuff we'll start covering on this event. Okay? So I'll get into the presentation. So this is Electronica basically. So we are a company we started in 1979, close to like 46 years of in this industry, operating out of Chennai as head office. So we do close to 1,000 crores as our revenue turnover in India, and we internally process semiconductors. Usually we have like three categorizations. Right? We have your active semiconductors, passive semiconductors, and finally the electromechanical components. So these are the three fundamental electronic groups in any bill of material or a complex code you take. These are the fundamental three things we have. Similarly, these are division also. So what we do here, we try to serve the electronics components to the OEM style, so manufacture. So for them we supply the components. So that is what we do. And how do we do this? So as engineering team, we need to be way ahead of other engineering OEMs what they are doing. So today what you see on the markets are things which people thought about almost 5 years from now, they had it as a concept. So today we are talking about like autonomous vehicles. You see it outside India, here it's yet to take shape also. Even at a robotics level, we are seeing more of a paper or a project level, but not on the real-time level. Autonomous robot running in your roads or on your home also. So those are the things we start investing our engineering efforts into to make products for the future, which the Indian customers, as Sir pointed out, so there may be some entrepreneurs who wanted to do something products of your own. So you may have a concept in mind, but you really not know like how to make this engineering thing into a working product for the market. So in that scope, what we can participate is, with any components you can do it, but rather can we make it more cost effective? Can it make it like viable to make in India and use in India? So the production is part of it. How much efforts you will need, and the bridging of gap is what we try to do. So with our expertise in engineering, and thus we can suggest you the right components, right way together, with which it will work on the real field. So that's what we do. So how do we do this? So we have a component stocking. So we do it in Chennai itself. It's close to like 36,000 square feet warehouse we operate in India. And then we also operate a design house where we make this concepts to productionized system builds. So that we do in here. And we mainly focus on like 6 verticals. So the first and foremost is the automotive one. So which is the biggest in India also. So as you see, like you can make ICs, packaging, manufacturing. These are all like different fields like fab level, nanometer wise, what was related. So more than this, these products has to be used to make products to India. So in which automotive it plays the first role, followed by electrification. Then we have industrial embedded. So when you have industrial embedded, whatever you see as your metering, your small control systems, your industrial automations, all this falls into the industrial environment. So all this put together, how do you do it? So basically you have your hardware expertise, then you need to co-develop your software expertise. That's what we develop in-house. So how these blocks are made? So this gives a fundamental overview of what are the job scopes or your blocks on a design perspective. So first is like you have a hardware basics where you have your microcontrollers or your microprocessors, which you need to know like which one to select, which is going to address your today's needs, and then it's also going to be for the future market needs. So those are the hardware critical key block which you will be selecting there. So that's the core embedded also where it is inside. Followed by the memories, then the interface blocks, then comes your sensors, communications, and power is a very big subject. So whatever it is, above all 4-5 verticals can work only with the power source, right? So AC to DC or DC to DC, the power block system design, it's a very critical part. So these are like huge potential job opportunities, also design opportunities in the market. So develop your skills towards embedded, and the next big vertical is going to be on the power side. And the third most critical one is going to be your wireless, your communication side. So how do you communicate with the device? Wire, wireless, HIOT, so all these customers start communicating. So these are all on the hardware, the physical world hardware software. And the next biggest job scope you'll have is on the software side. So you'll have a firmware build, we have an operating system, code building expertise. So those are good things to explore and start enabling yourself. then finally into the communication peripheral, which is the core application layer, where you start writing your embedded codes and start the system to work for the real-time work. So how do you do this? So as engineering experts, what is that you need to focus towards? So the top layer. So if I put this as a central crux, like how the earth looks, there's a central crux, there's a top layer above it, and then there's an external layer. So the central crux is the hardware. So the AI nowadays, like whatever AI concepts are coming in, this can give you a suggestion of how you can do in hardware. But it will not give you saying that this is going to be a cost optimized, this is going to be long-term vision. Quite in 2019 when we had COVID, there was a severe supply chain shortage. This is after that only like semiconductors started coming to India. So when there is a shortage coming in, so how people react is, okay, is there something that we can make in India itself so that we can address the shortages? So that's where the hardware expertise comes. So you choose partners, you choose components which are sustainable and for a long term it's available. You see the product longevity and choose right hardware components. So that's the central core. So the hardware, you choose the right embedded platform, a good power platform, connectivity, and choose the peripherals of the design which will be for a long-term usage. So those are all the hardware capabilities that your design expertise should start working towards. The next, the central layer is more about what are the features you're going to offer in the hardware. So AI/ML, or artificial intelligence, or the machine learning platforms, what you're going to build. So those are going to come into picture when you build your central hardware plus firmware integration platforms. That is where your expertise of your coding or sequencing the hardware cycle starts in. So start working towards mission-based or vision-based systems. How do you network different topologies together? How a Wi-Fi and BLE can exchange data internally. So all these are your capabilities which you have to start working on. Then the third layer is the application, which is typically to the end user. So how you give them the GUI, how they see the cluster, how they see the data, all this you start at the GUI or the application. So these are all the expertise levels in which your career paths are going to be different. So I thought I'd give you an outlook of three major segments of India. So one is going to be the automotive segment, which is the #1 segment for India. Next one is going to be the industrial platforms, and the third one is going to be about the edge IoT. So first thing, talking about the automotive market outlook. So this is what you see on the current automotive mobility. So currently, if you take any EV, even in your home, so you will see like there is an EV bike. If you put this into separate blocks, you will find there is a separate motor controller, there is a separate battery management, then there is going to be a traction control, a cluster separately. So all these are going to be separate. This is the current architecture. What you see on the right side corner. So that's your first stage or a current stage of design where the market is. So what things can grow forward? So you are going to come to market almost like next 5 years you are going to be like to market with product designs, right? So what would be the conversion at stage? You will start feeling the integration of systems. So it is not that one code will do independently working. So it will be like 3 or 4 systems will start merging together, integrations will work. So what happens as integration? The complexity increases. A same core device has to work for a battery management, it should take care of a motor control, it should also parallelly run a VCU. So the amount of complexity in the coding, the infrastructure of hardware, firmware, all increases as it goes on. So there's going to be a lot of integration platforms going on. Why these integrations? Basically you need to optimize the cost and you need to give you a much simpler system to the end user. So that is what the market is going to go towards. So start learning more complex algorithm builds. So as even AI takes over, so still the coding skills will be very much entertained when you have core expertise of building more complex infrastructures. So this is the market outlook on all. So at Electronica, what we are doing is, so on the left side, on the right side, what you are seeing is on the various peripheral platforms Electronica has built. Basically, we have a two-wheeler. So anybody seen a two-wheeler with a dual motor control? So you see like four-wheel drives on a car, right? Have you seen a two-wheel drive on an automotive bike system? So those kind of concepts are ready to come to market. So don't be started with your old logical thinking that okay, motor is like one motor should drive a vehicle. It's not true. What you are seeing on other peripherals or other vertical markets, start exploring and start innovating yourself. So that is what we do also. So that's one of our concept bike we have made on a two-wheel drive for motor control, where seamlessly you need to integrate 2 motors into a single system. So that is what we are doing there. Similarly, all these are the peripherals. So and we are also exploring and going towards the more-in-one concepts, where we'll be integrating these all the verticals into a single platform. That's what we are doing here. The next vertical is about the industrial one. So what's the market outlook? So this is what is happening on the industrial. Basically, you will have a HMI in ecosystem where you will make human machine interface cards. These cards will start interacting with the end users. So HMI, there is a lot of hardware, lot of firmware activity going on. So work towards that for building your system designs. Then comes into the machine learning and machine or vision-based learning systems. For that also hardware and code builds are happening in a big way. Then into the controls and networking system. Basically your high-speed networking, be it Ethernet, CAN, LIN, FlexRay for the technology of communication platforms. So those are all happening on the industrial side. Finally coming into the Edge IoT. So there's a lot of scope coming into the Edge IoT. Basically your vision-based system where your camera or your radar or LiDAR, so any communication gadget which is going to start sensing the field data, start reporting to the controllers. So what all is possible on it, just a glimpse of you. You would have seen like when you drive, you yawn, some people like, have a different diversion on this. So the car has to start responding and saying, hey, you are getting diverted, I need to slow down. Today's car doesn't do that, right? Even if you are on a mobile phone for a minute, you slip the drive. So these are all possible to control with the vision based. So your central ECU can take a small command of a camera input and say that you are not being attentive. So I'll reduce your speed to 10 kilometers. These are possible on a car, right? And on a highway drive, you feel sleepy. You are not recognizing it. But the car can recognize and make you slow your speed of travel, which will also help you to save the person or save the world also. So those kind of edge IoT or vision-based systems are also coming into live platforms. Then, as we know, the autonomous car, so that's not very far away. So you have started seeing global uses of autonomous drive. So autonomous is a last edge or a last system which is going to come. The first basic thing will come is on a parking system. So you need not park your car. So you just get down. I think Mahindra already has it on the vehicle now. So that's the first level autonomous. The second level is like lane departure. So you can, the system can tell you that hey, you are slipping your lane. At least come back to the same lane so the other user is safe. So those kind of object reductions, autonomous or partial automation, navigations are going to come into systems. That's about the edge. So finally, the message from our chairman and managing director: as young students, the industry needs your creativity. So start being tech savvy and enhance your problem solving skills. So that is what we will create you. Focus on your expertise to design solutions that are sustainable, scalable, and then really socially relevant. So start designing products or having a thought process in that direction. Stay curious, adopt the emerging technologies. You have a long way to go. Lead the future with your engineering skills. Drive your economic growth, improve your lives, and definitely you need to work on shaping the entire life around you, including your parents, your relatives, your friends. You need to take care of everybody. Develop solutions that are cautious, social, responsible, and keep innovating and creating. And the more important is start leading the organizations. Okay, so it's not more about just being technical. What the AAML can do, what you can only do is that you can only manage people. AAML can only manage systems. So start being reasonable and really communicatable with your fellow being staff, students. Okay, so that's what something system cannot do. Wish you all an inspired and motivation session. ABHIGYAN 2025, the symposium organized by SR. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable insights. Stay curious, adapt to emerging tech, and lead the future. To formally conclude this session, now I invite Ms. Supriya, our student coordinator, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to one and all. On behalf of the Electrum Club of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, it is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks for the inaugural ceremony of ABHIGYAN 2025. First and foremost, we are deeply honored by the presence of our chief guest, Mr. K.G. Vishwanathan, Director, Workforce Development, India Electronics and Semiconductor Association. Sir, we sincerely thank you for accepting our invitation and being here with us today. Your presence has truly added grace to this occasion. Thank you, sir. We are equally privileged to have our guest of honor, Mr. Karthikeyan Ramu, Design Manager, Electronica Sales Private Limited. Thank you, sir, for joining us and encouraging our participants with your presence. Thank you, sir. We also thank Mr. Kandavelu, Head Business Development, Electronica Sales Private Limited, for being present and lending his support and motivation to our participants. Thank you, sir. We would like to specially acknowledge in absentia Dr. Ravi Pachamuthu, Pro-Chancellor at SRM Group, and Ms. Harni Ravi, Director, Institutional Development, SRM Group. Though they could not be here with us today, we sincerely appreciate their unwavering support and guidance, which continues to strengthen opportunities for learning, innovation, and student development at SRM. We also extend our sincere gratitude to our Dean FED, Dr. C.V. Jayakumar sir. Your encouragement to embrace innovation have always inspired us to go beyond academics and create platforms like ABHIGYAN that nurture creativity and collaboration. Thank you, sir. Our gratitude also goes to our Vice Principal Ma'am, Dr. C. Gomati, for her continuous motivation and support, which strengthens our initiatives and gives us the confidence to take them forward. Thank you, ma'am. A very special thanks to our Head of Department, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Dr. A. Shirley Edward, for her dedicated leadership and guidance, which have been instrumental in shaping ABHIGYAN 2025. Thank you, ma'am. We also extend our heartfelt appreciation to our ABHIGYAN 2025 faculty coordinators, Dr. Preeti Rishi, Dr. R. Satya, and Dr. A. Vasuki, for their tireless efforts and seamless planning that made this inauguration possible. Thank you, ma'am. Our sincere thanks to all the heads of various departments and faculty members for the encouragement, goodwill, and presence here today. Your support truly enriches the gathering. A word of gratitude also goes to the maintenance staff, media coverage team, technical team, research scholars, and non-teaching faculty, whose unseen but invaluable contributions have ensured that today's arrangements were smooth and well organized. And of course, a big round of appreciation goes to our student organizers, coordinators, and volunteers, whose hard work and dedication behind the scenes have been the backbone of this event. Finally, to all our participants and audience, thank you for your enthusiasm and energy. We look forward to your active involvement in the exciting competitions that lie ahead. Let's carry forward the spirit of today's gathering into the event ahead, making ABHIGYAN 2025 not just a symposium, but a shared journey of learning and innovation. Thank you.
A heartfelt thank you to Ms. Supriya for her gracious words of gratitude. As we bring the inaugural session to a close, we extend our deepest thanks to everyone for their enthusiastic participation and support.
Morning again.
Morning.
A small quiz. Okay. If someone gives the right answer, what I expect, you will get a surprise. Right? The wrong answers will be ignored. Okay. What is the best way to part? இவ்வளவு ஈகா இருக்கிறீங்க ஏதோ ஒரு பிரைஸ் இருக்கணும்னு சத்தத்தை காணும் பாருங்க இந்த ஆடிட்டோரியத்துக்குள்ள. When somebody was talking or when somebody was presenting, very honestly speaking, sitting in the first row, I was not able to hear him properly. That was the level of electronics disturbance which I had from the second row. Right? Because when I use the electronic component of the video records, please bear with me, there is a sound is likely to come. That's what I had when I was sitting in the first row. So as a teacher, or as a parent, or as a speaker, my humble request to the students of my own organization or from other organizations, the best way. What is the best way to attend a conference or a meeting or a lecture? Can anybody give a right answer? You will have a surprise and you will have a gift as well. The wrong answers will be excused and the answers will be ignored as well. Come on. Any wild, right or wrong guess? That's good answer, but not the expected answer. Sorry? Friends பக்கத்துல உட்கார கூடாது. ஏன்? பேசிட்டே இருப்போம். நல்லா இருக்கு பார்த்தியா? So the message conveyed by my student friend is that which college you are from? Yes, sir, Madhavalli. See how much learning we have given to them. So he has learned in the shortest possible time, be it in the even 4 years, that friendship is not good. ஏன்னா ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் பக்கத்தில் தான் பேசிட்டே இருக்கோம், பேசிட்டே இருந்தால் அவர் பேசுறதை கேட்க முடியல. Let us put these shoes of the speaker and then imagine what difficulty that the speaker would be when there is a disturbance from the audience side. So my question is still question lies still அது ரெக்கார்ட்லாம் பண்ணல ஐயா சாமி வேந்திர ஐயா ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணல இதெல்லாம் இல்ல thank you. Maintaining the self discipline in the sense YouTube ல போதப்பா அது குறைச்சுக்கப்பா எது இல்ல சொல்லுங்க one answer.
And all the faculty coordinators as well, ECE faculty. Please join us.
வெள்ளி விடுறோம் தள்ளி விடா தள்ளி விடுறோம் கார்த்தி நூறு இங்கே தான் வச்சுருங்க.
நீங்களாம் போனா வரதான் சொல்கிறேன்
வாலண்டியர் நாங்களா ஆமாம் நூறு அது அவன் எடுக்கிறான்.
கவர் வராங்களாடா?
கவர் ஆகிறாங்க. நீ போங்க.
கவர் ஆகல. எப்படி
கவர் ஆகுதுடா? ஆகலடா. டேய் நவுறு டேய் நவுறு. Tarun Puni Sidik Puni
நீ குறுக்கு வராதீங்க நீ குறுக்கு வராதீங்க எல்லாம் வச்சுருக்காங்க
ஃபோட்டோ எடுக்கணும்னா சொல்லுங்க நான் கட்டாது பண்ணுறேன் ரெக்கார்டில் இருக்குல்ல
கவர் அங்கேருந்தே ஒன்று மட்டும் போகக்கூடாது அவ்வளோதான் வீட்டு போகலாம் வீட்டுக்கு போகலாம்
Thank you, sir. We are grateful for your presence at our I request all the students to kindly maintain silence until the dignitaries have left the dais.
கேமிங்க ஆஃப் பண்ணுங்க